So, what is API? Uh, Application Programming Interface. That's what API is. Yes, but what does it do? What is its function in a web application? So, API is more like an errand boy. So, I'm going to use the popular analogy. So it's like walking into a restaurant. Yeah, you get a table, and then there's the kitchen that prepares your meal or whatever you want to order, and then there's a waiter that goes between you, communicates between you and the back end, which is the kitchen. You know, it comes, it takes your request, and then it takes it to the back end, the kitchen, and they prepare it, and then it brings it back to you. So that is what an API does in a web application. So it fluctuates between the client side and the server side. Takes your input as request and then takes it to the backend, the server side, and then returns your response, which is the result. So today we are looking at exploiting an API endpoint using documentation. And you have me here, Security Man, and I'm going to be putting you through this lab. And as you can see, the level of this lab is Apprentice. So without much ado, let's hit the lab. While that is loading, I have my bot suite in the background to capture every request. Let's just clear the history so we can see fresh requests as they come in. So our lab is fully loaded, and if you come over here, you see the goal of this lab is to delete the user Carlos, and so that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so we are given credentials, and therefore we're going to be logging into our account. Vienna and Peter for password. So what we're going to do is update our email, and then with that request we'll be exploiting that particular update functionality to delete the user Carlos. So our email is updated. We will find the patch request in our HTTP history, and here's the request. So Control R will send it to repeater. Let's just send the request again, and then so if you look over here, you can see this is the request method, which is patch, and then this is the parameter, the URL parameter, right? So this is an endpoint, or these are endpoints. So this is one endpoint, this is another endpoint, this is another endpoint, which fetches the user Vienna. So we're going to be taking off Vienna, and let's see what we get with that. We'll send the request. So you can see the response, it says error, malformed URL, expecting identifier, because it's expecting to get a username, which is Vienna. So because of this endpoint user, so we're going to delete the user and we're going directly to the API. So we'll send the request, and it says 302 found. And as you know, API is just a bunch of code. It's not like one big robot sitting somewhere in a dark room. So we'll come here in the response section and we'll select open response in browser. So we'll copy the link, because now we are in the API interface. So we'll go to the browser and we'll with that link and click enter. As you can see here, this is the REST API interface, clearly written here at the top. So the goal is to delete the user Carlos. So we'll click on delete. Okay, it says here username string. So we'll input our user to be deleted, Carlos, and we'll send a request. And if you look at the back, you will see it says here, congratulations, you have solved the lab. And that's how you deal with this particular lab, exploiting an API endpoint using documentation. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, follow my page, and you can check out my other videos on YouTube at Security Man. You can also check me out on Twitter at DHunter. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.